All right, welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk to you guys about Manny Martinez versus Brandon Davis. This should be a very exciting fight. I think it's going to produce either a war or a finish. Now, Brandon Davis, came back to the UFC after being let go from after a tough first stint where he went, I think, 2-5, but a lot of them were really close losses. We didn't really see him get dominated, aside from when he fought Zabit Magomedsharipov, which is the only other time he was finished after, aside from Danab Bakary in his last fight. But anyway, he came back to the UFC, of course, after picking up 4 wins outside, and he got knocked out, yes, by Danab Bakary. And that was the first time he was knocked out. And for a guy that seems to, thrive in wars, it was a big setback for him. He took some time off, and he's still relatively young. 32 years old. I don't think you can just write off his chin at this point. I know I'm not, but it has occurred to me, and it has impacted my thoughts on the fight. The fact that he was knocked out, because he's fighting a guy who is almost all knockout. He got that split decision win over Guido Canetti, which I thought he won pretty clearly, but uh, aside from that, every victory of his is a finish, and it's via TKO or KO. Manny Martinez is a guy who probably could have developed into a longer volume guy, protecting himself along the way. But instead, he insists on being a knockout artist, which is awesome, and I love it. And it's going to make for an exciting fight because Brandon Davis is hittable. He is hittable. I mean, he's been hurt plenty of times. Kwang Ho Kang and Giga Chikadze, his 2 last losses. He was dropped by Kang. He was hurt in both fights, body kicks from Chikadze, and he was always able to take it and fight his way back into the fights. But he's, again, he's durable as all hell, but he is hittable. He's hittable. And for a guy like Manny Martinez, who, again, could protect himself with his range and movement, but he explodes and goes into for the kill, he's going to have success on the feet with Brandon Davis. I think he might be winning the volume battle. He might be winning the point scoring, and he's probably more likely to have big moments. I think Brandon Davis would find his best success by going for takedowns, which he's done before against Chikadze. He took him down and mounted him, but he still somehow managed to lose the round. Again, that was the Chikadze, who's an excellent fighter, so he may find more success here, but I think he's going to have to try to. If he takes Manny Martinez down, he's going to be, A, winning the round, and B, I think, sucking the life out of Manny Martinez a little more quickly. I think he'd be more effective there. Although, Manny Martinez in that last fight against Ronnie Lawrence, he took it standing on the ground. He was able to take his ass kicking, and in round 3, he was the last man standing. And again, he went for that kill, which he still had that killer instinct and all that power in round 3, and that was a really good performance. Despite losing, he left a great taste in everyone's mouth. That was almost better than his Guido Canetti win. But still, he's 1-1, and he's been to 2 decisions now, despite killing everyone else. He was submitted on the Contender Series by Draco Rodriguez, which, it's never a good look getting submitted in round 1, but it was a triangle choke, which, I know Brandon Davis knows what a triangle choke is, but I don't see him hitting one in a fight. I see it being more basic, like the rear naked choke. Of course, he had a rear naked choke that won over Randy Costa, but that's Randy Costa. It was in round 2, so I think Randy Costa is always going to lose when it's in round 2. This fight is going to be exciting. I'd like to see Brandon Davis make it closer by slowing it down, but that's not in his nature. Certainly not to fight like that for 15 minutes. So I'm thinking this will be a more wild fight. If chins don't fail, we'll go to a decision, and I'm picking Manny Martinez. I think Manny Martinez has it in him to win the volume battle, to win the larger moments, have more success with this more dangerous striking. And I'm not doubting his cardio after that loss to Ronnie Lawrence. So I'm taking Manny Martinez. I think it will be maybe one of those closer fights like his Kwang Ho Kang Chikadze fights, but where, even those fights, I thought Brandon Davis clearly lost, but they went to a split decision. And if not, and someone gets finished, I'd say Martinez is more likely to get the finish anyway, just because, that's who he is. So, Manny Martinez, minus 155. That's my bet. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. I really should close all those cabinets before I start recording, but whatever. That's me. All right, thanks for tuning in.